Hello everybody, my name is Professor Rob Watson. I come to you from the great city of Chicago, Illinois, and the great institution of Kendall College. Kendall College is a private college based in Chicago that's also part of the Laureate Network, and I'm super excited to be at UAM here in Sao Paulo. I'd love to talk with you a little bit today about three things. One would be value proposition. Two would be social media, and not just how to use it, but how it works. And three would be digital employability. And that really regards how you network in a digital world to get the job that you want and to separate yourself from all of the other candidates. So the easiest way that I can explain value proposition to you would be to have you think about products that you love and use every day. We get responses when we ask this question, like we did today on campus, of things like Starbucks coffee. Netflix is very popular. Of course, any Apple product, the iPhone, the MacBook, the iPad, very popular. WhatsApp, you can connect with me on WhatsApp if you like. I'll give you my information at the end. Instagram is very popular. What else do we get? Facebook is something we get frequently. Some of your products like Nike, chapstick. These should be products that sound familiar to you. These should be products that you probably interact with on a regular basis. But like when you drive to work in the morning, you sometimes forget the drive, right? And what I ask my students in Chicago is, how is it possible that you could do all the things required for driving or taking a bus and have no recollection of your commute? And the answer to that question is repetition. Think about when you drive today or when you took the bus today. You may have been thinking about other things while you were driving or while you were walking or while you were taking the bus. But I would ask you to compare that to the first time that you drove or that you took the bus. And you remember everything, right? And some of the concepts we're going to talk about today are going to be like that first drive, right? It may be a little uncomfortable. It may not all make sense, but as you think about it and as you do it more often, it will get more familiar. But it's not so much about what products you love to understand value proposition as it is why you love them, por qué, right? And when you think about those answers, the why, right? That is the value proposition. You can describe your value proposition as convenience, affordability. All of these words identify as a different form of value proposition. So the technical definition of value proposition is the unique benefit that a product or service provides its customer. And you can actually relate this to employability as well, right? So if I'm talking about the personal value proposition of an employee, it's the unique benefit that they provide my company. But the most important thing to understand about value proposition is that they're not all created equally, right? Everybody and every product claims to be good at something, right? But my question isn't what you do, it's how well do you do it? I would encourage you, if you have a pen, to write this down. Number one, the best value propositions provide a deeper connection. Most products that you love are products that you will continue to use for the rest of your life. The best example I can give you is, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Beyonce, okay? What products would you put a ring on? The second thing you need to understand about value proposition is that it's about doing more than one thing. You have to understand that different people will like a product or a person for different reasons. The last thing I want you to understand about value proposition is that the more problems the product solves and the more needs that it meets, the stronger the value. If you think about your employer from the standpoint of what they have to get done every day, what is your boss trying to accomplish every day? What does your company need to get done? And you make sure that you can accomplish those things and that you help them get those problems solved, you will inherently create more value as an employee. I would ask you now to think, right? We said, when was the last time you looked at a billboard? When was the last time you were opening an email from a company and were excited? And now ask yourself, when was the last time you logged into a social network. Why is Facebook free? It's because Mark Zuckerberg realizes that the new currency of today is actually not money. It's time and attention. Thus making my point about the better I understand my customer, the better I can meet their needs and solve their problems. So the last concept of social media that I want you to understand is something called organic reach. And organic reach means how many people does your post naturally touch? People naturally look at videos longer than they look at photos. And the reason is because it's in motion. If you want to get a stronger organic reach, meaning your posts touch more people, you need to focus on video as opposed to photos. All of my beloved students out there, in this regards digital employability, is to please, pretty please, por favor, use LinkedIn, please. If you are serious about getting a job in this century, every 4 times you're on Facebook, you should be going on LinkedIn just once. If I'm hiring you, I'm looking to see what is your identity in a digital world. And that includes your Facebook posts. What kind of things are you posting on Facebook and Instagram? And are you on LinkedIn? Are you networking? Are you getting recommendations? Are you making connections? Because that's the kind of employee that I want, okay? So remember those very important things. If you want to learn more about this, you can learn at Kindle, right? www.kindle. You can find me on Instagram at General Speaks and on LinkedIn under Rob Watson at Kindle College. I want to thank you for your time and attention. Obrigado.